Okay, we're rolling. That's right. So we're singing about the femme fatales of comedy, but really, I was just dreaming of things that have happened in my past, and the femme fatales would not have been a reality with the woman that made Coffee Talk very famous. And that person was Dolores Danska. That's who I dedicate this open mic to tonight. The woman who put talk show women in their seats and who gave me an opportunity at ABC. And I'll miss you. Please book me while you're in heaven, Dolores Danska. And yes, they did love 4444444 in Coffee Talk. And yes, they are divorced now. See? Don't talk about the mother-in-law. While we're talking, we are located at 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard. LA School of Comedy is a very safe place. We don't care who you like, who you love, but just don't come here hating, grating, and being, just shaming people and trying to do all that. Just go somewhere else. Because this is not the place. Don't try to run up on me on stage and do stuff like that. Don't do that. Got too much white trash in me. I will scratch you, kick you, and bite your eyelashes out and run. And run. And I will run. Please follow us at LASchoolofComedy.com. I'm at Sunda Live, and of course, LA School of Comedy is definitely going to be a part of the Westwood Comedy Festival, so we hope you stay tuned for that information, which is so important. So important indeed. And we're going to start out with a big bang. How do I know? The Bible told me so. That's right. The Comedy Bible tells me that this guy's got it and he's where it's at. Let's get up for the comedy of one and only Patty. Let me know. Where is he? Where's Patty?
That's me. One more time for me. Wow. I think it was American philosopher and scent management technician Sam Linderman that said, love endures not only when lovers love each other, but when they love many things together. Am I right? Am I right? Is that, has a true thing ever been said? And I believe it was comedic fireplug and tiny Angela Davis impersonator Sue who said, "Mark, get off of me!" And of course, Monica, it was Monica who said, "Help, there's a hog in my kitchen." Profound. I want to get a round of applause for Luke. Luke, it was fucking amazing. I saw the movie, your movie, Cocaine Bear. Yeah. Fantastic. Great guy. It was gripping. I want to see more bear entertainment. You know what I mean? I mean, in the mainstream bear entertainment. Well, I've realized that I'm at the age, I'm years old, and I'm too old to blame my parents for my problems.
Right.
I am old enough to blame my children. Yes, I am. And also, at this age, I should be beyond taking clever twists on popular topics to amuse the likes of fucking you. Okay? I am at an age right now where I'm just going to let it all hang out. I'm going to tell the truth. And all of you can get in where you fucking fit in. Most of my life, I was not a political guy. Most of my life, I was dedicated to cocaine and pussy. If possible, simultaneously. Cocaine and pussy. It consumed me. You know what I mean? Followed close second was cocaine and masturbation. Which is a close second. It's a close second. And a sprinkle in a light early 90s porn addiction. That's when you really had to be coordinated to have a porn addiction. Because it was mostly just the same 7 porns over and over again. You had to kind of work the remote control and the lubricant. Work at the same time. There was a lot of fucking coordination that was taken, and you don't appreciate it. You get your porn wherever you want at any time and always have. Me, I started with an old Playboy from my father's sock drawer and a picture of Farrah Fawcett's vagina. I never knew what I was going to do if I ever got a hold of it. I just knew I had to learn how to talk to the owner of one of those things. They're owner-operated. I don't know if you know that. I was not at all political. I was not a political guy. But I'm going to tell you something. I became political, and the first vote I ever cast was for Barack Obama. Not because he would be the first president to use the N-word in the White House. He would not. I don't know if you've heard the Nixon tapes. But because he would be the first person to use the N-word as a term of endearment in the White House. A term of endearment in the White House. And I did not vote for Barack Obama just because he was black. That's not true. I voted for him because he was half white. Because I'm a progressive and I thought that was a move in the right direction. All of his predecessors were way more white than him, and I thought we were moving in the right direction. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? He was cool. He was inspiration. For as far as I'm concerned, it's gone downhill since he's been gone. I wish he'd run in 2024. Am I wrong? Because the presidency has just gotten older and whiter. And as someone who is getting older and whiter as I speak, that's not fucking good. I wanted he was 46 when he got elected. 46. Trump or Biden, whoever gets in, is going to be in their mid 80s. I want someone who's got to live with their mistakes for a while. How long do either of these fucking guys have? Is my point. Okay, that didn't land exactly the way that I wanted it to. Don't know what to tell you. Fucking gonna have to live with that, I guess. This guy looks like he's from Antifa. Just like deep undercover from Antifa. What the fuck do I know? What the fuck do I don't know shit. Here's the thing. This room right now is 52% idiot. Now, I don't mean that the 52% of you are idiots. What I'm saying is that within us all, there's at least 52% idiot. Like, the trick is the other 48% is what defines you. Does that make sense? Just because you do something once, it doesn't mean what you are. That's what you are. Like a blowjob. You do it once, you're a philosopher. You do it twice, you're a pervert. You do it 3 times, that's fucking on you. That's on you! All right, this set has gone well so far, don't you think? It's gone fan-fucking-tastic. Patty! I'm Patty. I'm Patty! Or, as my wife refers to me in the boudoir, Hot George Bush. It's kind of a micro. Antifa liked that one. We do a little role playing in the bedroom. I don't know. You know, I play, of course, George W. Bush. Strategery. You like that? Strategery. That's a word that he used to use. That's not actually a fucking word. And she plays the role of a sadistic Jehovah's Witness. She can't get off unless I slam the door in her face. You can take your time. Let that fucking sink in. Let that sink in just a little bit. I do not understand, and I'm going to have to ask you because I came of age sexually about 2 weeks after the Brady Bunch was canceled. What is your generation's fascination with bald pussy? Okay, I came up in the Bush era. Not the Bush administration. The Bush era, the era of big, bouncy, beautiful Bush. And we love that Bush. Didn't we, Mark? Oh, Mark's not here. Do I have any Bush lovers here? The Bush was fantastic. The Bush might come back, I'm telling you what. Yeah, I'm telling you. And you know why we love the Bush? Because there was some pussy behind it. Men love anything if there's some pussy behind it. You know, that's why we do most of the things that we don't want to do, like fucking hiking. I don't want to go fucking hiking. I have a house. It's a beautiful house. I'd rather go in the dirt and the woods, run around. It's cold. But if there might be some pussy behind, bring me down my hiking shoes, and I'm hiking. I will go. So we do what we don't really want to do, like museums. We don't fucking like museums. You know, or holding your purse at the mall. We fucking hate that. My wife took me to the L.A. Arboretum 2 weeks ago. You know what that is? It's a museum for trees, filled with middle-aged gay men and elderly Asian tourists with cameras. Fucking fun bunch of fucking people. But it turned out okay. You know why? There was some pussy behind it. See what I'm saying? Some pussy behind it. Also, you can call something that it's not, but it doesn't make it that thing. You know what I mean? Like your butthole is not a pussy. You can call it that, and other people can call it that, and that's okay. It's at best a fire exit vagina. By that I mean people will go through it, but only if there's an emergency. If you like to go through it, you know, when there's not one, I don't care. I don't care. That's fine. But, you know, I don't wear a T-shirt that says I'm addicted to Filipina pussy. I am. Just one. Just one. It's okay. Listen, you guys, this has been an experience. I don't know about you guys, but give yourself a round of applause. You've all been very mediocre. And my name is Patty, P-A-E-D-Y, F-O-R-C-O-N-E-D-Y. I do a show at the Mix every Wednesday, so if you want to come by, come by a couple times, you'll probably wind up with a spot. And let's give a round of applause to the innkeeper on this island of misfit fucking toys, the one and only Sunda.
Wearing too many clothes here. Patty, you are so funny. So guys, do you think we can get him out of there? Hey, Mark!
He's not here.
He's ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Something broken, you're calling the janitor?
Whoa! We were just thinking if we could have 2 minutes of your time tonight while I'm here. Since we're leaving for Europe, we might as well give it up for you. Mark Zaffron, give us a few minutes. You don't have to do it again, just one time, all
That's the
right?
excuse of code the landlord doesn't want to turn up the heat. Gee, I don't know what I'm doing up here today, huh? What can I say? What's the next thing I can say? Oh, I don't know if I can say that. I don't know what to say. Well, you see, for the benefit of Patty, by the way, who missed my right-on Don Lemon joke, we all have to come up with a Don Lemon joke, right? So today, our new target is Brian Stelter. Anybody remember him? Sure. Little chubby guy that got thrown off CNN. Ran a show called Reliable. You know, guys don't watch any of this, do you? No. Where does your generation get their information? They don't watch porn. They don't have the attention span. Most porn guys come in, 10, 15 minutes? You guys are down to, 1, 2. That's about all it is. That's about all you can take. Anyhow, so Brian Stelter got on, was interviewing. Brian Stelter, as I said, had this thing called Reliable Sources. He was a commentator on the media on CNN, about yay high, yay wide. He wasn't the guy that got caught masturbating. That was another guy on CNN.
Jeffrey.
Jeff Toobin. Yeah, they like to keep those guys all the time. Anyhow, so Stelter's interviewing this guy Krakauer, and this is all about the Hunter Biden laptop. Now, with all due respect, I really would like to see the Hunter Biden laptop. Talking about porn, I figure it like this. Since there were pictures being taken, how many hookers was he doing at a time? And since Joe had to wire him $20,000, that's a lot of cocaine and pussy. And I heard a rumor that he only ordered girls that could cook. Do you guys know what can cook means?
No.
That means that they can take the cocaine and they can turn it into crack. And so he can sit there with his little glass stick and have a good time dreaming and worrying. Are the police here? Well, the Secret Service was outside playing chickie. Well, back to Brian Stelter. He claims still that the 2016 election was stolen. God knows whether that's true. But the best part about it is that he claims that we didn't do anything bad with the Hunter Biden laptop. Well, why? Well, there were reliable people that said that it might be Russian disinformation. And I'm thinking to myself, are they talking about James Clapper?
Who's that?
Now, this is the problem with this show.
You think we're smart?
Comics should be able to, not comics, by the way. But when they get up on stage, they assume that there's a reliable audience. That they maybe read the newspaper, watch CNN. Or you're an MSNBC guy. You like to look at, what's her name, Rachel Maddow, and say, oh, I could turn her. I know you guys. I know you. You appreciate it, though. Anyhow, so I lose my track on this guy, but all of a sudden he's saying, no, this is reliable. Well, we buffeted it. So the guy Krakow says to him, really? So you mean to tell me that the American public is so stupid that they assumed that when you said reliable sources in the intelligence community have said that this is classic Russian disinformation? And I realized this is the same intelligence community that told us there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. We didn't even find a privy. What did he do? Shift it all to Iran? They would have used it already on Israel. Believe me, they didn't have it. So at the end of the day, look, I'm a boring guy, I know. Right? I'm a dinosaur. Hopefully a velociraptor. You know, I want to take that one claw, get right across, what's her name's, what is her? Nancy Pelosi. Oh, Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, no, Nancy Pelosi.
All I know is I saw the video of this man being attacked with a hammer. Why was he laughing?
It's true.
Is he demented? Or does that just come from years of living with Nancy? I mean, getting hit with a hammer might have been better than being with Nancy. You never know. But when you consider the progeny of this family here, this is the Pelosi crime family. What all of you non-readers don't know is that her brother and her father were both mayors of the singly most corrupt city in America, Baltimore. And each one of them left it poorer than the next. And she never ran for office until the end. She was appointed. I mean, she paid for it. Now, the insider trading doesn't necessarily bother me. We all know one or two people. We'd like to get a dip or two ourselves. But, in leaving, I think it gets kind of ridiculous that every president comes in broke as a dormouse. Barack Obama didn't have the price of a pot to piss in. There were foreclosing on his house. Now he's living in Hawaii. A mansion? Forget the Clintons. They claim they were broke when they left. $300 million later, she lost the fucking election, and nobody asked for their money back. Now, if I was the Saudi government, I would want my pound of flesh. At least do to her what they did to Jamal Khashoggi. Kidnap her, cut her head off, or stone her. But they like stoning. That's their big thing. Anyhow, on the note of stoning, I will leave because we're online. I'm about ready to get canceled for some sort of anti-Russian thing I just said, without knowing I said it, by the way. And by the way, I have been canceled. I am a victim of cancellation. This is true. It's not a joke.
True story.
True story. All right. My ex-law firm used cancellation to get rid of somebody who was making too much money. That's what they were doing for them, and for me. They didn't like to share because there was a guy in my office who thought he could steal the client until we lost the case.
Okay.
Remember, this is the LA School of Comedy. I do not want to be found anywhere on social media.
Again. Thank you, Mark Zapp. How embarrassed am I to say, who's that? I should know better than that, right? Come see, come saw. Let's do it up with the comedy of the one and only Lenny McKenzie. Let's do it.
Okay. That was too enthusiastic, Sam. It's not going to be one of those nights. So, I've had a day that was full of surprises. I've been fighting a cold recently, and woke up today and thought I was better. Then I walked 40 minutes through the rain and realized that was not the case. My life is hard, though. You know what I mean? Because, I'm not transgender, but, I kind of feel like it, though. Let I gotta explain that to you. That sounds okay. So I'm not sexist, but I'm really glad I'm not a woman. And like, sometimes I wake up, and since I've been sick, like my dick has not been getting hard when I wake up anymore. It's like I just wake up, and like before I even remember what gender I am, I feel my big titties. No hard dick, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm a fucking woman, fuck. I'm like, oh wait, and then my dick gets hard for some reason. It's like I'm moving slightly. Like, oh thick fuck, I'm just a fat guy. Okay. I don't hate women or nothing. That just sounds fucking awful being one. Like I would not. It just doesn't sound like fun. Like I don't. Like if I turned into a woman tomorrow, I'd be pretty fucking mad. I like being able to piss standing up. I'm fucking like 200% less likely to get raped. I'm fucking like 5 million times less likely to get sexually harassed. No periods. I got like better, like I can eat and I don't get as fat. No, it's just, I got testosterone. That's how that works. No menopause. A little bit. I got titties too. But I got. At least I can grow a fucking beard. I told you that was gonna be shit. So I woke up this morning and Nick sent me a video of a twerking midget for some reason. I'm still not entirely sure why. That's just what happened today. Any care to explain yourself, Nick?
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I guess.
Did you laugh?
Not really. I was just kind of like trying to figure out why you sent me that for like an hour and a half.
Look, sir. Look.
Yeah.
Did she have ass?
Of course. I told you they have those. They don't.
Have you ever seen a midget without ass?
No, I told you that already.
Right.
They can't afford it. They don't have like the rest of the. They don't have like spines and stuff. Their spines are like. It's like naturally to support it, they gotta be like. You know what I mean? They gotta be dragging that wagon.
30%.
Yeah.
Really? That's the numbers. 30% ass.
So why did you send me that?
Because you want to fuck a midget. You like midgets, right?
There's a whole movie about this.
Yeah. Look, sir. And they're little people or dwarfs, but
No, they're not.
I sent it to you because you said it wasn't, it didn't have any nudity. It was just kind of weird.
It's cool. It's just confusing as all. It's just you might want to like. You might want to like add in a little bit of text or something.
All right. Look, man.
It's just you don't expect to wake up and see a fucking twerking midget in your phone.
Look, sir.
It's just not some shit you expect to see.
I'll explain myself.
Okay.
I shall explain myself.
Yeah. So what the fuck was I talking about?
Yes. Rebuttal.
Anyways, I wrote a list of people I don't feel deserve human rights. It's not. I don't feel everyone deserves human rights, Kenzie. Okay? You ever heard of a child beauty pageant? Anybody that's involved with that shit does not deserve human rights. Okay?
Even the pageants?
Fuck the pageant. I don't even know what that is, but fuck them.
The girl.
No. Okay? Then I wrote a list of people that can go fuck themselves. Those are the anybody that judges me whether or not I wear a mask can go fuck themselves. This is really shitty. So I'm just my plan tonight was just to work out a bunch of shitty jokes that I've not been able to get work out. So that's just what I'm gonna do tonight. How much time do I have, Monica?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. That sounds about right. So my grandma dresses like a slut. And it makes my life kind of difficult. Like I don't think 80-year-old women should be wearing booty shorts, but I don't really know what to do about it. It can just make my life difficult. And I'm not sexist, but I don't want to be a woman because once I hit menopause, they don't look like women anymore. What? They don't, okay? They have more facial hair than me and Kenzie put together. They just don't. It's just over for that shit. You guys like superhero movies? I hate superhero movies. I think they're racist personally. I truly believe that a lot of like superhero villains are fucking racist. Like Batman villains, like all of them. Maybe just not seeing what I'm seeing, okay? I could very well fucking see them all just confess their white supremacy to Batman one day. Just Catwoman. No, they just got Batman tied up somewhere. And they're explaining him their evil plans and shit. Talking about killing everyone on the south side of Gotham. Why, Catwoman? Why do you do these things? What the fuck was it? Cause Batman, I hate black people. Why do you think I have a whip? Know who else can jump 12 feet high and love stealing? No, Catwoman. All right. I told you I can't get this shit to work.
Yes, you can. Come on.
I'm working
Yes,
on it.
you
Okay, I
can.
got it. Yeah.
No
I'm trying
can't
to
in this
use.
room.
That's right. No cants, only cunts. What? Anyways. I think they're racist, Sam, personally. The Riddler, 100% a fucking racist. I could see it now. Hey, Batman. I can't do this voice because I'm fucking congestion. Riddle me this, Batman. Answer if you can. Who in the Constitution does it say is 3/5 of a man? No, Riddler, why? Why do you do these things to me? How many of there are you? Well, Batman, Penguin is a white supremacist too. No, you, Penguin. Why, Batman? Why would it be you, Penguin? Penguins are both black and white. Well, Batman, I think a penguin is the perfect example for superiority of the white race. Because of all the birds, they may not be able to fly, but at least they can swim. I can't do the voice, so I'm fucked up. It's me, Batman, the Joker. Joker, don't tell me you're racist too. Batman, did I ever tell you where my big red lipstick and tap dancing comes from? That joke is so fucking stupid. My life is hard, okay? My life is fucking hard. It's worse than this shitty set. I got fucking accused by a fucking cop of being a pimp. You know how hard my life is just because I hang around a bunch of females. It's fucked up. He's like, sir, what are you doing with this prostitute? It's like, prostitute? That's my grandma. I still can't get that one to work. How much time, Monica?
1 minute.
God damn, piece of shit this was. What else? Oh, I hate nerds. Nerds fucking bother me. Nerds piss me the fuck off. I cannot stand them. Just cannot fucking stand nerds, you know what I mean? Because it's like, nerds remind me of that fucking kid in high school who's always talking about how big his dick is, you know what I mean? They do. It's like, if you're constantly talking about how big your dick is, you probably don't have a big dick. If you're constantly trying to prove how smart you are to everyone, you're probably not that fucking smart. These are my absolute worst fucking jokes. I'm trying to make it out.
No, they're not.
I'm going for it. I'm heavy lifting. I'm out of time, Monica. Fuck. All right. Good night, everybody.
Not out of time, and you're out of my head when you're not around. Hey, how you feeling now, though? That's all I'm asking. Woo! I just want to make sure you're good. We gonna be good. I want y'all to think, oh, he said that, and then I said nothing. That's okay. That's okay.
What about this?
We're good. I'm not Albert. I
Yeah.
can't do that whole thing. I did it once,
You're right.
and that was enough.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Don't even tell her. We're in the house with the comedy of Dennis Mailer. Let him hear you.
Oh, give it up for your host, everybody. That was the wrong button. That was not the one. Now I'm recording this on my screen. That's great. I'm recording everything my screen sees right now. By the way, give it also up for you get this gentleman right here who claims he can grow a beard but does not have a beard.
No Luke.
Hey, calm down, Patches. Okay. Also, give it up for, what was his name? Mark? Was that it?
Yeah.
Does he not look like a man that has serious opinions about suspenders?
Used to wear 'em.
Used to? This is nice. I like this. This looks cool. We're streaming this, right? This is being streamed. Okay. Good to know that now. All right. No, don't worry. Nobody. I'm totally okay with that. I'm invested for that $10. But no, this is cool. I like this. You guys, you put in effort to make this look cool. You got Marilyn Monroe. You got Cher. You got Jack Benny show, stuff like that. You have this is great. This thing. I'm always worried about what's behind me when I do comedy. That's why I have to look because I do. Before the pandemic, I used to travel around the country doing comedy, and I would do comedy at places like VFW halls or like Knights of Columbus. Or for some reason, certain comedy clubs they just happen to have like an American flag against the backdrop of the stage, and I'm always worried about doing comedy in front of an American flag. If you see me shouting into a microphone in front of an American flag. With this haircut, I look like Breitbart stock photos. I look like my sole income comes from giving unsolicited speeches on why we should keep Confederate monuments. I look like if I told you to get home safely, you would think it was a threat. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to convince people every waking moment that this is a genetic defect and not a political statement. Okay? I'm very worried about my looks, not in a vain way. I don't care. I'm fine with the way I look. I'm just always concerned with how other people perceive my looks, right? In addition to comedy, I do some acting over on the East Coast, and they asked me one time to come in and this hospital called me and they're like, hey, can you come in and audition for a role? And I was like, yeah, sure. Which, by the way, why do hospitals have commercials? Like, who doesn't know about hospitals? Like, oh, are you having chest pains? Dial 1-800-St. Elizabeth and use coupon code cardiac arrest. So they called me and they're like, hey, can you come in and audition for the role of doctor? And then the next day when I showed up to the audition, they looked at me and went, maybe you want to read for the role of heart patient too. I want you to know your laughter is both hurtful and appropriate. You know what that means? I'm too dumb to go to medical school. Now I'm too fat to pretend to be a doctor. Like, nobody wants to take fake medical advice from a guy who looks like he needs real medical advice. I'm getting to an age, Patty was talking about being at a certain age. I'm getting to a certain age where I just had to have that very important, very certain procedure with my doctor where he takes his finger and sticks it in the... yeah. And I'm not gonna. I don't want to shock. I don't want anybody to be concerned about it. But I will tell you that is the last time I go to that dentist. So, like, it was fine. I just wish he would have changed gloves. It's like I can still taste it sometimes. It's like. But no, really, I am getting an age. I'm 42, and I learned recently that I have to stop saying dude. I've gotten to that age. No. Yeah, no, it's like, here's what, it's not like I don't know when to say dude, it's when I don't know when to, like, I know when to not say dude when it comes to, like, clients at jobs, or, like, my boss, you know. But, like, the other day, I called the 27-year-old at my job dude, and he looked at me and was like, you have too many wrinkles for that word. Like, literally, after going through the scheduling and the procedure of my upcoming colonoscopy, I literally just high-fived my doctor, like, all right, cool, let's do this, doc. Like, there's not a gay couple around that bro-y about putting things in each other's ass, you know? I am Gen X. By the way, I am looking at my time, not because I'm concerned. All right, so this is not a brag. I'm here. I rented a car to be here, and they gave. It was the cheapest car. They gave me a Tesla. All right, it's not a brand. It was literally the cheapest car. It was the cheapest car. They said Tesla model or a electric vehicle. I thought I was gonna get like a fucking moped. No, they gave me a Tesla. I was like, what happened? $300 for a week? How is this possible? But,
Wow.
hey, SAG after union deals. Anyway, they don't know that the budget doesn't know that I still owe SAG $4,000. So, you know, there was a time where SAG didn't know that either, but they caught up. Thank goodness. So the other thing, I'm just worried. Like, I just keep looking at the time because, like, so I have a Tesla, and this is the I don't know if I turned it off. I have no clue about that car. Like, there's no buttons. Like, look, I'm Generation X, and like so that's being Gen X is in a weird place because like you kind of know technology, but also at the same time. You don't know technology. Like I can program the clock of a VCR, but I also don't know how to stop the GPS from talking to me at the same time. Like, I give you the generation, like, we invented sexting. You're welcome.
Right.
Like, seriously, like,
Right.
yeah, no, like, we had to work, like, we figured out how to be, like, crude and rude and perverts on the internet. Like, we crawled through AOL chat rooms so you can walk through Tinder, okay? Or run. Was I pen? I should write that word down. Run through Tinder, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I am recording this, but who knows if I'll ever actually remember it. I won't. Anyway, here we go. Is that 2 minutes? Is that what that's? No. All right, so... You know how easy it is for this generation to like take nudes? Like you have a phone connected to you have a camera connected to the internet at all time. Like I was 18 years old when a woman on the internet asked me to put my junk in a scanner. Anyway, but you know how hard I had to like. Do you know how much explaining I had to do to my mother when I wanted to borrow the Windex? Like, I was cleaning up my crimes. Do you know how hard it is to get testicle prints out of a scanner bed? Very. For some reason, that just sticks to the glass. I was 18. It stuck to everything. You know how easy it is for you guys to get porn now? Like, there was a thing, like, I remember somebody told me I had something went wrong with my foot, and they're like, "Oh, just roll your foot along a golf ball,
Yeah.
and that'll help cure whatever the thing that you have with your foot." And I was like, "Cool. Where do I find a golf ball?" Like I forget you can buy golf balls because every golf ball I've ever owned I've found in the woods. Like I've owned every golf ball the same way that I had to find porn as a teenager. It was just hope somebody left it in the woods for me to come across. Like finding porn was like finding a magical item in Zelda. Oh! Ding! People of this age remember Zelda? Okay. Can I mine anything else out of that? We'll see. Let's talk about this. And we'll move on. I did rent a car because I enjoy driving. It is a fun thing for me to do. I would have drove here across country because it's better than my flight. Literally, my flight was, I woke up 4 a.m. on the East Coast yesterday, and I arrived here at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, I went through four cancellations, 4 delays, a canceled flight, a rebooked flight that was then delayed, and then missed the rescheduled transit flight. It was a whole day of, like, What's 8 p.m.? It was 11 p.m. Back on the East Coast. So 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. That was my day yesterday. I would have much rather have driven all that. I like driving. Like I would get in my car and I would just drive around, put on music and drive around. Like one of my favorite things to do is like when I get a new car, when I make some noise. You guys know the song "Superstition" by Stevie Wonder? Yeah, it's a good song. It's a great song to like test your like sound system to. And one day I was driving around listening to Superstition by Stevie Wonder. I got the volume cranked all the way up. I got the windows rolled down. I'm just screaming at the top. No, sorry. I'm singing at the top of my lungs. It'd be weird if I was driving down the street just going, ah! So I'm singing. And a cop car pulled up next to me at the red light. He started rolling down his window, and I went, "Oh, I'm sorry, officer." And I turned down the window, and that's when he went, "You don't know shit about Stevie Wonder." I've been dead or dance my thinking. Hi everybody. If you want to find me, can we switch to camera A there on the Blackmagic A10 Mini? I don't know what camera's what. Is this my A camera right here? Is this it? Hi everybody. I'm sure they're shaking their head no, and everyone's over there. I've been Dead Air Dennis Malley. You can just Google Dead Air Dennis. You can find me at deadairdennis.com. Yeah, I have really good SEO. All right, good night.
Thank you. Did you have fun? Now you got to go to Pastina and get some really good, Boston pasta. Let me tell you something. We're big on comedy here. Even when it's a small room, you never know how big it can get. And that's why I say I'm welcoming this next comedian, the one and only Nicholas Lindberg. Let me hear you. Watch your head. I heard him mumbling about me back there. Yeah, come on, man. Give it up for Nick. Hey.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you?
Great.
Nice. Oh, okay. There's a whole bunch of space. I'm not sure.
You'll see. I've been there.
All right. So it's Friday. It's wet. It's Los Angeles. It's raining like fuck. Right? I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's frightening. Okay. I love it. I'm from the South. It's beautiful. All right. People can't drive in it. They still want to drive 60, 70, 80. I'm cool with 65. That's fine, but 80 I can't do in the rain. In the snow I could, but not in the rain. Sir. Fuck, Lenny. Was there nudity?
No, it was just
Oh,
confused.
no.
I wasn't offended. I was just confused.
Did you listen to the dialogue between the smaller lady and the young black man?
I'm trying to remember it.
You trying to remember?
I thought he just went, "Oh damn," and he's like, "You eat dick," and she's like, "What was it?"
Okay.
I watched that like 3 times.
That is correct. That's the end of it, though. Like, he didn't just say, "Hey, little bitch, you eat dick." Like, there was more to it. They had like a whole 28 seconds before he said that to her. There was other interactions before he just said it. She
That
said.
was the gist.
I think, what did she say? She said,
She's like, "You got a fat ass. You like to eat?" She's like, "Yeah, I like to eat." She's like, "What do you eat?" She's like, "I eat everything." He's like, "You eat dick?" He's like, "Yeah." Then it ended. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
"All right, okay."
It was like,
He just said that shit word for word.
Yeah.
that was the whole thing. I didn't feel like I needed to add on to it.
You did the
It's
whole
same
scene
amount of
just now,
information.
sir. So, my question is, what was confusing about it?
What was it confusing about?
Did you respond to me? Did you
I
ask
don't know
the
how to
question?
respond.
Nigga,
I had to write a fucking paper.
it's a motherfucking meme. A GIF, whatever the fuck it is, of somebody asking a midget if she eats dick, and she's like, "Yeah." Yeah. All right? So I'm asking you, sir. I ain't never sent you something important. I might have sent you a naked bitch one day. I might have said, "Is it a man or a woman?" I don't know. I'm not sure. I need your help asking. All right. When you said you want to be a woman, Lenny, I don't know why I giggled, because you wouldn't want to be a woman. I'm sorry. You would be a very
I'd be killing
confusing trans person. And I just realized that. And I believe he said something about your beard, your growth. I just thought about that, man. Hey, let's go out one day and we just pick what you want to do that day. And we just see how it goes. I'm not fucking joking.
You need
All right? And we can do this. We can go with this young man if in case some shit happens. You just sit there.
I'll monitor.
Yeah. Right? Okay. And we could do that. But yeah, it meant nothing. It was just something that I saw and I thought of you. And not in like yeah, he might jack off to this. Like, yeah, Lenny might like this. But later on, after I said it and you didn't respond and say anything, I was like, he's probably jacking off to this. I was. And I said, okay, all right. And as Mark said, y'all just be going for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Y'all don't got no kind of concentration. Like, y'all just be like, nut.
Watch the
It's fast.
Yeah, right? And then like a 4 minute later, he goes, okay, I think I can go again. You know, like y'all gotta put that energy into a woman or I don't know, pool, poker or something.
Anything.
Fuck, man. But I've always wanted to have relations with a smaller lady. All right?
I mean, anybody's smaller than you, man.
That was an attack. I'm sensitive, dude. I have feelings.
I have feelings too. You sent me a fucking midget twerking. I didn't know how to respond to that.
You memorized the entire thing, sir.
It was like,
word for word.
It was 5 words.
Okay. What were her movements?
She turned around, showed him, shook her ass, and then turned back around.
And then what was asked?
What do you eat? Do you eat everything? I said, well, I eat everything.
And he said,
You eat dick.
what was his response after she said yeah? Do you remember what he did?
No.
Okay, it's cool. All right. So I'm going to tell you why I love midgets.
Yeah.
I worked at a place called Rouse Supermarket in Houma, Louisiana. All right? And I used to do everything. Everything. Cashier, push buggies, stock, floor care, everything. So late at night one night, it's getting late. We close one side of the store. You know, we only have one side open. We have this little overhang, right? And it's like 9:45. We close at 10. Truck is parked right there. I'm getting buggies. I'm helping people to their cars. You know, I'm a big, fat, happy kid. You know, blah, 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 blah. And there's a truck just parked there, right? And I see a little head. Like, I just see the head. And I hear the music. And then back that ass comes up. All right? And the music went louder. And I'm like, yo, these fucking children are crazy. What the fuck is going on? Who left their child in the car while they're in the grocery store? And I'm like, okay. And I'm kind of concerned, you know, because I saw it was a black person. I wanted to report him, see what would happen. But I didn't. I was young. I don't do those things then. So, got some more buggies. I came in, and then the door popped open. And not even the passenger door. Like, the child went to the driver's side and kicked the door open and got out. And once she stepped out, I was like, oh, it's a little bit. And I was like, oh. Children don't have ass like that. Oh my God, what is that? And she just sat there, she was like, and she got on the floor and she just, and she twerking and all this shit. And I'm like, don't look at me like that. And it was amazing, right? The shit was amazing. And from then on, I was like, I gotta get one of those. Is that 1 or 2? Okay, thank you. I got it. You see, motherfucker? You see? Okay. But it was, I never did it. She became a stripper later on. Look, at that time I found out she was 17. I was 16. I didn't talk to her because I was afraid. It was like a little Oompa Loompa. She was amazing. Like she was so, If you've ever seen, if you've ever watched Conan, when they give him the girl, like Conan, he kills everything. Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah. And he's in his little lair, right? And they bring the girl in, and she's all scared. He's like, oh, fear not. And he throws like a bear skin on her. He's like, come here. I'm like, oh, Conan's gonna help that bitch. And then he's like, nah, I was just being sensitive before I took it. That's how I look at the midget. Like, but it's a midget. Like,
see, no, I felt like you sent me that video because you meant for me to jack off to it, but like,
what the
I was like, I don't really want to jack off to this shit. You just said you like jack it off. I thought that was the whole point. Am I missing the point?
We know a lot.
You're like, I like fucking midgets. I bet Lenny likes fucking midgets too. Here's a midget twerk. He's gonna love this shit. And I was just like,
Lenny,
nah.
I ain't never sending you nothing again.
Send me all this shit. No.
Lenny.
I need more shit like that.
Man, we gotta find you a young lady. You know, a sport. You know, you can work out. Like, man, my time is up. I do not intend to send things Lenny to masturbate to. All right? I'm just letting y'all know that. Have a good night. My God, Lenny. Oh, man. Danny! Yeah, I know you are. It hurts my feelings. Masturbator.
It's time for the percolator. Stop talking about the masturbator. Welcome to Funky Fridays. That's right. Every Friday you get funky. Too funky in here. We got too many mats. They funk up the air. Wait, what's that, Matt? It's Sean. Wait, there's two of them. There's two of them. There's three of them. Today we are so lucky. Today we have Nicka. Hey. I said the Nicka word. I'm the negotiator. Let's see which one it'll be. I think we should do it because I feel a little Italian today. He's gonna say I'm not Italian. But let's do it up for Nick Stabile. Stabile. Vince qua Stabile. No. How you doing? It's been a while.
It's been 2 weeks. Still a little bit. I almost felt bad making a whole little joke about Mormons because I like them. I've known a lot of Mormons. I have known a lot of Mormons. I have. They're great. I love them. They're just kind of racist. They are. Their church didn't let black people become priests until 1978.
Right.
Think about that. 1978. And it took God's intervention. God told the head daddy of the church, you need to stop being racist. All of you. That's a miracle to them. It's a miracle to me because God didn't say anything earlier. The Mormons have been around since 1830, and I feel like that would have been a good point to speak out about race relations. He just kind of let it go, though. There was some stuff that happened in between, and then about 10 years after MLK gets shot, God thinks, all right, this is a pretty good time. They need a hand out here. We need to intervene. And as I was writing this joke, I'm like, I kind of feel guilty because I'm a Catholic and we don't let women become priests. It's the 21st century and we don't let women become priests. And I'm like, I mean, most Catholics I know don't like that. I don't like it. I want female priests because we could pay them less. And the average priest, there are hundreds of thousands of them, maybe 1 million. I don't know. I didn't look it up. But I know that they make about $60K a year on average. Women, we could probably get it down to 50. And then we could use the excess for anything. Cure cancer, poor kids. I'm surprised we haven't thought of this yet. So you might be interested, the official Catholic reason why women can't be priests, none of Jesus' apostles were women. His closest followers, none of them were women. I find that argument funny because the priest in my local church is Mexican. Many of you don't know where I'm going with this. One or two are like, oh yeah, no, he's going to make that argument. And then the rest are like, gosh, he's brought up race twice in how many minutes? It's like 2.5. Get a second joke. I'm simply pointing out that Jesus' friend group didn't have Mexicans either. Didn't have women or Mexicans. Yet anyone of any race can be a priest, but women can't. It's stupid. I know, so it's not racist. I don't care about the race of my priest. If I did, I'd be Mormon. It's stupid to base who can be a priest on Jesus' friend group, because it wasn't diverse. It's the Bible. It's not a Netflix series. There are no gay best friends. There are no loud protector black women who only exist for the richer, more palatable white woman. It's just Palestinian dudes. And some Jews, but they're not portrayed positively. At all. I suck at transitions. Let's move on. I was with my friend last week for dinner. She's always on about some cause, like whatever's in the opinion articles. She actually reads those. She doesn't go on the news just for the news. She actually wants these people's opinions. It's baffling. So she's like, Nick, we need to reclaim the word slut and whore for women so men can't use them derogatory anymore. I couldn't care less. I mean, I just can't even express. I'm glad that she's passionate about it and that she practices what she preaches, but I don't care. So she gets on another thing. She's like, oh, Nick, I'm disappointed. I've been going to the same gym for almost a year and I've never been hit on. As if I care about that anymore, right? Like, that's a better topic. So I'm playing into it. I don't want to be that guy. So I'm like, okay, are you hitting glutes? Is in my experience, people don't look unless there's something to look at. That's just what I don't see people walking down the street looking at blank walls like, oh man, you see that? Oh my, wow, dude. Yeah. She gets mad. I don't know why. So I kind of like don't want to be that guy, so I say, do you want to get hit on at the gym? Like, is that, when I'm at the gym, I'm just trying to get out of the gym.
Okay.
So she says, I mean, no, not if he's ugly, though. Not if he's ugly. But if he's like Channing Tatum, I would. I would. I mean, I would too, personally. So I don't know how that answers the question. And I'm just like, you're so dumb. Like, it doesn't answer the question. And on another, that reminded me in my head, and I brought it up to her when I called her a while ago. And we're on the topic. I don't just pull it out of thin air. We're on the topic, and I say, I think glasses make women look uglier.
Oh.
That's my preference. And everyone's got a preferences. She says, Nick, that's horrible. You wear glasses. And I say, yeah, and they make me ugly.
Oh. Hello there. Hello there. Whoa! Shake it off.
So I'm a hater, not a hypocrite. I was very offended. And then I told her, I don't follow your logic either, because if I can only go after women who look like me, firstly, that's kind of racist because I prefer Latinos. And it's going to take a lot more than her to get me to stop. And secondly, I guess I can only go after uglier white women who wear glasses and go on stage and don't get laughs. It's not going to work for me. She's just so dumb. She's one of those people where it's like you associate with them, and then every now and then you think, why? And I've come down, for me, it's an ego thing. Like, it's like a better than therapy thing. Because she starts talking about her life, talking about her opinions, and I'm like, I've had bad days, but you just have a bad day every day. You're just it's just bad. And everyone has a friend like that. I don't feel bad about it. We all do, yeah. And if you don't, your friends do. And it's you.
You got it.
Can't stick it in, sorry. That's all for me.
And where do we find you?
Here.
And you're going to introduce your next comedian, which is your friend. Yeah, you're going to do it.
I have a friend here?
You have a lot of friends
You have
here.
a lot of friends here.
Nick Butler, everyone, king of comedy.
Thank you. Hello there.
Okay.
Wow.
Hi everyone. Didn't mean to unplug the mic. But hi, I'm Nick B. Butler. Whatever. I can grow a beard. So, crazy weather we're having, right? So, I'm a little bit of a control freak, just a little bit. So, I really don't understand why women love to be passenger princesses. I was riding shotgun on the way over here, and the whole time I'm just, praying to every god out there, let me live through this, please, please. And I just don't know how people enjoy it, I like being in control, and I mean, I guess putting your feet up is nice, but jeez. At least it was a guy driving, so. So, on that note, big control freak. I like making plans well in advance. Like, anything last minute, not exactly my forte. So, obviously Valentine's Day was a couple weeks ago. It was actually looking promising to have a Valentine's Day and not get stuck with, the roommate again.
Yeah.
So, so I make all these plans, and of course I get the, oh, you're gonna hate me text. Worst text you can get, besides the we need to talk. It's kind of a toss-up. That or the missed call from dad. That's always a tough one. So, you know, got that text and obviously spent Valentine's Day with my roommate. You know, it was cute, all that, cooked dinner, but, you know, he didn't put out, so I was really disappointed.
I thought about it.
And that really kind of brought back my fraternity alcoholism. So back in the day, I used to be real proud of it. I was able to drink half a fifth, no problem. And, you know, memes about giving guys his keys. You know, you can't get good if you don't practice. But, you know, definitely enjoy drinking and enjoy a good beer here and then. And unfortunately, I saw the news. So I don't know who follows baseball out here, but games are getting shorter. So really, for me, it's a bummer. Less time to drink. All right, what else is up there? So I think a lot. You know, I think my best thinking's done in the shower. I think everyone can kind of attest to that there. And I had this beautiful thought the other day. You know, I was thinking, man, I'm getting really, really old. And no, it wasn't just a hangover, although that didn't help. But I was sitting there just thinking, you know, scrub dub dub, rubber ducky, you're the one. And I was thinking, man, I can finally go to the adults only pool at the hotel now. And that to me has been more exciting than any potential date I've ever been on. You know, just the freedom of being an adult. Although voting doesn't really sound that enticing this year. I got old and older. You know, I can be a bit of a hooligan from time to time. I think that's probably an appropriate term. I've been kicked out of quite a few bars. You know, I've now can say I've been kicked out of one bar while sober. I was visiting Europe earlier this year. Really cool, really fun. Sadly, they charge you for water all the time. Really disappointing. But I'm like, okay, I want a taste of, you know, people more. I was in Spain, and I wanted, you know, a taste of something back home. So I went to an Irish bar, and you know, I was trying to start the night off right, and you know, I was thinking, what would be a great drink? Like a beer and a shot, right? That really gets it going. And so I go up to the bartender, finally, you know, waiting my turn. It's a busy night, and I asked for an Irish car bomb. Fastest I've ever been thrown out of a bar. So, don't ask for an Irish car bomb in an Irish bar. It doesn't end well. And that's the one time I've been kicked out of a bar sober. Probably one of the greatest achievements by accident. But my name's Nick Butler. You can find me on Instagram as NickButler80, and also here. Thank you.
See how I wait? Because I'm not going to touch that mic. You guys are going to learn. How funny the two Nicks, huh? And we're supposed to just believe their roommates, huh? That's how it goes. That's the way it be. That's the way it goes, okay? That's the way you have to do. But I wanted to say something, by the way, and I don't normally do this. The code for the commercial is BLUE. That's right, call code BLUE. That should be you, code BLUE, for the hospital commercial.
Okay. Yeah.
All right? That's code BLUE. Sorry, guys, you know I mind my business. Guys, like, Sunday, you can't possibly have to pack and still doing this. And, yeah, code BLUE. And what was the other joke that you said that I thought was funny?
I was hoping all of them.
Oh, wrinkles. You said, oh, no. Something about your wrinkles.
Too many wrinkles to be called dude.
No, too many chins.
Oh,
That's just a roast.
Yeah, no, I'm fat. I have shins, but
No, that's not what I mean. I'm just saying.
It's not age related.
Don't worry about it. I'm just doing it for you because that's the people you see. Remember, when you go to the reunion or whatever and you see people, you're thinking, who are these old people that say they know me? So you can, that's an opposite then. If you don't want to use it on you, use it on that. And there's something, the dentist, that's what it was. Who was talking about the dentist today?
He was.
Oh, you were? Yeah, said a dentist root canal's better. All right, and that was terrible of me to do that. It really was. But you know something, when you see something, you got to say something going on and on and on. But I think we got to get the comedy Sean, so let's do it. Okay, guys? Where's Sean? go. He's happy to see me.
You weren't facing me, I thought. I'll give you a hug after.
Oh, I can't even. There you go. I was running for a hug, huh?
My self-esteem has been improving lately.
As it should.
Right. I recently upgraded calling. I now call girls who are like into me. I refer to them as into me, instead of dumb enough to maybe fuck me, which is good. Which is good. D-E-T-E. Dumb enough to. That one's not an acronym. I don't think it's going to be as good as DTF. I hate spelling my name on the phone. It's my biggest pet peeve. My last name is T-A-G-H. D as in David. But you know, I hate it because like on occasion you'll have to like spell out like an email address. And when you're like, in the moment you're like, fuck man, what starts with G? Giraffe. Okay. And like your first instinct's always like, what starts with G? Gay. G as in gay. I can't say that on the phone. G as in giraffe. A as in ass. Don't say ass, Sean. Don't say ass. So you're just fighting. So really, anytime someone's spelling something to you on the phone, they're probably naming the second thing that they thought of. I went to the Super Bowl. I actually went. Didn't get into the game. I don't know what my plan was. I was like, guys, we'll get there. Steve has it was like when you go to like college and you're like a white dude and you got nothing but like white frat friends, you have this weird sense of like, oh dude, we can do anything. Yes. We can do anything. What up, Ryan? How you doing, man? I forgot that's how we met. I was with Steve. You remember Steve?
Yeah.
His real name is Jerry. I don't even know how he got this Steve.
I can change it.
Was Dingleberg there?
Dingleberg was there. Oh my god, and he was a shitty neighbor, just like the Fairly Odd Parents character. He's a little sports-aging guy.
Optimal sports manager.
Oh man, let's not blow up his business. So we get there, and you know, I'm driving. I'm white-knuckling it, if you will, which is the attempt to go the whole way without stopping. You know, 6.5 hours straight shot. So I'm driving, and I notice, oh my god, my gas is nearing a little bit empty. We just passed an exit. Why the fuck would I get off, turn around? That's stupid. I'll just get it at the next exit. There was no exits for 60 miles. Wow. And my range said 45 miles. And I was like, you know what? They lie, bro. They you know, we just got pure confidence. I'm like, they leave like 15 when it gets to 0, obviously. So I'm like, let's just turn off the AC.
Right.
Let's just roll up the windows because, you know, the extra like friction is what makes the car. In my head, I'm like, I can drive an Eco and we can downhill it. It's a flat freeway. We're not downhilling anything. The car gives out literally as perfectly in between the two gas stations we could be at. Right in the middle, side of the road. I'm like, well, we're not going to call AAA. We'll figure it out. You know? We can do this. I have this little gas canister in the back of my car. Brock, you're the whitest of us all. Why don't you stand on the side of the road with your blonde hair, tall blue eyes looking ass, and why don't you just wait there for a little bit? And I bet you someone's going to pick you up, and I bet you someone's going to bring you back to us. And he's like, Sean, that's not how it fucking works, all right? We're like basically in Arizona. I was like, let's just try it. It was 30 minutes to the gas station, and I swear he was back in an hour and 5 minutes. From waiting, he got picked up in 2.5 minutes. I think he saw someone else get trafficked in the process. Trucker picked him. This is all true. Trucker picked him up. And there's a bed in the back for these like big long haul truckers who go all throughout the country. And there's just like a young lady asleep in the back, like a attractive 20-something. And this guy, you know, I mean, we don't want to judge. I mean, like, maybe he's just like spits hella game or whatever at the truck stop. So you're not meeting this girl at the truck stop. You're like purchasing her at the truck stop, maybe. But so he's like, "Oh, is this your wife?" And he just goes, "No." She's my friend. That's literally all it was. So 5 minutes goes by. I text the guy. Like, so are you good in the car with this guy? No response. The guy's like an absolute chatterbox though, and he's probably just talking. 15 minutes goes by. I'm like, yo, are you actually good? And he's like, yo, I'm at the gas station, man. I made it. I'm like, you're crazy. So, I don't know. Thank God we're white, or we'd still be there trying to get to the Super Bowl. When I was in town for the Super Bowl, I noticed, like, Arizona has, like, the most attractive girls for, like, absolutely no reason. ASU, U of A. They're all so pretty. And it makes no... Like, in LA, you see a lot of pretty girls, and you're like, oh, it makes sense. You want to be a model. You want to be an actor. Like, you're hot for no reason. Like, the girl is working in the golf shop. I'm like, what are you fucking doing? Be a bottle service girl. Like, you could make so much as a bottle service girl in LA. This is insane to me. And they're just hot, getting their meaningless degrees from these bad schools. And I'm like, it's not even like a pro pipeline. You can't even find an athlete there. I have no clue what they're doing at these schools. It's always weird when you have like a California friend that goes to U of A, because they're paying that like expensive out of state. You're almost paying for like a private school, but just to go like party, like one state over. And I don't get it. I grew up, like, I went to a really, like, posh middle school and high school. And I meet a lot of these people, and their parents come from so much money, and all they do is, like, they manage... I have a guy, his only job is he lends money to his dad's company that gets him paid back a certain rate per month. That's the only job he's ever had is, like, who gave you the money to begin with? My dad. He was like, no problem. He was like totally cool with it, but he's like the weirdest eccentric guy I know. And he gets to be upgraded to eccentric because his dad's a millionaire. Otherwise, he'd just be a fucking weirdo. Right. You know? I try to like ask him like what kind of like shows he watches. I was like, hey, yo, you watch that Stranger Things? What? And he was like, I don't know, I tried to. I couldn't get past the bowl cuts. Dude, they fight demons in the show. And you couldn't get past... Yeah, I just looked at it. It was unrealistic. Man. Who's going to have the... It's set in the time period. Maybe there was a bowl cut. I don't know. If I watch any content and there's a bowl cut, I just kind of have to stop watching it. Which is like a really... Like, rich people have, like, the weirdest rules about stuff. Like, I once went out with a girl who grew up going to Cotillion. Oh, of course. Yeah. She was from Hernando, Mississippi. But, like, I'm, like, arrogant about it. Because I'm like, dude, middle class in L.A., I am better than the richest of Mississippi, I'd imagine. So I take her to this steakhouse thinking she's going to be so impressed with everything I do and say and order. And I'm cutting my steak. And she goes, Sean, you actually... And she's being, like, really sweet and cute about it. She's like, Sean, you're actually not meant to hold the fork like that. You're meant to put your index finger to the neck of the fork. The neck of the fork. I didn't know there were parts, but okay. Then to the neck of the fork, and then cut with the other hand. And I, as a joke, thinking cotillion's like a fictitious thing, I said, wow, did you learn that in cotillion? Yeah. She goes, yes. So I was like, oh, I'll break it up with a joke. I was like, oh, it's crazy that you're still such a cunt. Yeah, she didn't like that one. Girls don't really get my sense of humor very often. I try to give a compliment to a girl, but I give the compliment way too far every time. Like a regular compliment, guy's like, oh my god, I haven't seen you since high school. Everyone loved you in high school. The guys and the girls. It's like base level funny, nice little compliment. I take it a little too far. Like, you were so pretty in high school. The guys liked you. The girls liked you. Custodians, the staff. I mean, you were a crop top away probably from getting molested. And it's a hard compliment to take, so I understand it. Thank you guys. My name is Sean. Instagram @SeanTaglis. I spelled out the name in the first bit.
They should have been paying attention. That's right. That's what you see. You can say whatever you want, guys, but I don't know what open mic you're going to go to there. It's almost over, and it's only been an hour. But you see, there's still more. Come see Comedy of Kenzie. Let's do it. Where is he? Oh, shit. Where are you? Get up here. Come on. Not too hard.
I didn't write it down. I was just like, I should tell that story.
That's what I want.
guys, I'm training for a big fight with my neighbor. She keeps talking shit. Yeah, she said you're singing too loud. I said, well, is it good though? She was like, no, you suck. And I was like, yeah, well, your Girl Scout cookies suck. And she challenged me to a fight. So now I gotta kick this girl's ass tonight at midnight. Crumble some Thin Mints on her. Whoa. Yeah. I've been thinking about a lot about the why behind what I've been doing. The why, right? And it's the babes. It's always been for the babes. Kind of a romantic. Yeah. I like doing cute stuff. I like doing cute stuff on dates. You know, I like opening car doors. You know, and a lot of guys are like, oh, you know, the nice guy never wins. But that's not the truth. That's not the truth, okay? Kindness is the key, all right, at the end of the day. But girls do like the bad guy. So after you open the car door for her, you gotta slam it on her leg. Right? And then she's gonna love you for life, or be trapped, potentially. Any other romantics in the house? Any lover boys up in here? Yeah, I like the lover boys, dude. When the lover boys hanging out with the bros, you know, bros all like, hey, y'all bang any babes lately? And the lover boy pipes up and he's like, yeah, I made sweet. I had a passionate moment with a goddess. She's beautiful, angel. You had a... and the bro's like, dude, just confused. Like, what? So what happened? And then the lover boy, he zones in, right? And he's just like, I saw her on the subway. She was with another man. And the girl's like, is that James Blunt? My life is brilliant. My love is... Dude, shut the fuck... Did you bang her or not? My love is pure. And, okay, alright, this is over. But yeah, so that one's for the romantics in the house. A lot of... Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, passion, pain, demon slaying. Shout out Kid Cudi. This one's for the guys. Y'all ever get a boner at the wrong time?
Yeah. Like when someone sends you midget porn and you're like, oh.
Oh, you were into it? You were just midget, ass, erection, boom. Did you jerk off to it? Did you jerk off to the midget porn? Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right.
More than once.
It was not porn. There was no nudity.
It should have been.
Hold up. Porn standards these days are way different than ever. You know, shaking ass is porn at a base level.
Y'all are conflicted. Because that goes against so many things.
It is. Where was I?
When you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
When you're not supposed to.
I'm 29 now. I'm 29. I'm like at a point I'm seeing windows of opportunity closing. You know, certain ones, you know, like it's at this point it's gonna be, if I want to be a real life 007, it's gonna be tough, you know, because joining the military now, you know, I could do it, but that would suck, you know, but I could do it in, no, I've done too many drugs to go CIA, and then underground, there's too much shit out, never mind. Windows of opportunity are closing. Have y'all ever
seeing someone in public just have a meltdown is like a like freak out and just like a alright, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna have a meltdown. What if I did? What if I just fucking did right now? And just can't handle the pressure. It's too much. It's Los Angeles. Okay, guys, I'm Kenzie. Let's keep this show going. Woo! You can find me on Instagram at KenzieJF, KNZYJF. Give it up for
And we hope you really get to your neighbor in time. That's what I care about. I have all these pretzels in my mouth. And I really neglected to give a real round of applause to the people that make this place run when I'm not here. And it's Luke and Ryan and Sam and Monica. And I'm so glad you're here. And if it wasn't for Ryan, we wouldn't know about Sean's sex life. And that's really important that we know what's really going on, Sean. I mean, Ryan. I'm looking at you saying Sean, but I'm trying. Let's give it up for Ryan. Come on, baby. Alameda, baby.
Hello, everybody. I'm here to talk. I don't really have material. Hello. I just kind of like showed up because, I got out of bed today at 2. Sleep schedule's been a bit messed up. But, I'm trying to live that actor life. I was on set for this Eddie Murphy Christmas comedy. So I was an extra, a little bit above extra, a photographer. So, I get like this fake camera. So it's really cool. But then you see Eddie Murphy occasionally. He's not the nicest on set to the extras. But I mean, it's over at Universal Studios. They set up this whole neighborhood, and they're so it's a bit weird to imagine like this is the best neighborhood you'll ever see in LA. But there's a pack of coyotes that live there. So you sometimes at night you just see like 20 eyes, and then you hear them cackling because they just killed a rabbit. And then I kind of start to thought about like it's dark and stuff. We're doing night shoots, like 14-hour shoots. It gets dark, it's cold. There's like kids that were on set. Like what if one's just walking by and a coyote just kind of gets a bit excited, and then coyotes are small. You can kick them pretty easily. They're easily just fend offable, but in a pack they move together, unlike some other animals. So it's like you have one grabbing your other leg, and then it slowly takes you in, and then I think that'd be funny. I brought that up a couple times on set. People didn't agree with me. Like that's not funny, but it's like imagine like 10 coyotes slowly dragging like someone in, but they're trying hard. So you see, it's like it's a funny situation to imagine. So. I feel like when there's like real life Pokemon stuff going on right now, because like I see some evolutions of Lenny. It starts off at Lenny, then it goes to you, and all the way to Nick. Once you get older, you end with what's your name?
Dennis.
Dennis ends with you. The whole lifespan is right here. The beard, you get it, and then you realize you don't need the beard as much, and then the hair, it grows and then it slowly goes away.
Just the height transformation.
No, that's just what happens when you get stressed. You get older, things go down. You put it into other places, height to width. But I'm glad you guys should get to know each other, figure out how you can fix your life, Lenny, before it happens. So, it's a purple light. It's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Patty, what you doing over there?
Waiting for you.
You're waiting for me, Patty?
Aww.
Sit there, Patty. Sit on the spray can. Okay, Patty, you can listen over there. Substance abusers, there's a lot here I can tell. It's a very common trait with comedy. I don't know. And then it's like people... They make fun of you, It's like, oh, you gotta do drugs to feel happy, and they don't understand. It's like it's pretty cool. Like you're probably one of the strongest people out there because it's like it's too easy to be sober. Yeah. So you're like you want to really make it harder on yourself. It's like a video game. Life's a video game. Once you get to it, you work your way up the system. There's different ways, but then you can then take other substances and it changes it, makes it a bit harder. And it's like driving gets harder, so that's why you drink and drive. because you want to be ready for when you are sober, so then you never need to worry. So it's pretty good. And then there's also, it's like this substance abuse academic, same thing. It's all academic. It's all in the schools. But at this point, I think you see homeless people and they're like, is it the drugs or is it the mental health, Like, which one should we tackle first? And they're usually, they come together. They're mutually like this. Substance abuse and drugs. So make sure you're going to therapy. Or if you're not, just talk to someone. Homeless people like to talk. Have you noticed? That they're the ones who talk to you the most. Give them a cigarette. It's really good for them. It keeps them going. They like it. How else stupid life going, I go to school, kind of. It's theater school. So you just kind of like show up and then just kind of talk. As long as I can make sure that I show up, that's all that matters. The other work doesn't. So you just participate, and then you go to the frat, Sean, me, big white guy, frat guy, you see? A frat guy here. But we're not the big gay frat, so we're not even that cool. We're the second tier.
Like theater.
It's Phi Delt now. Phi Delt.
I heard.
Yeah, they just bring in boys and to, have sex with them. They figured it out. It's the funnel.
Final evolution of a frat.
Yeah.
Gay sex.
Well, I mean, they're accepting the traditions, but they're embracing it in the new ways of in all the frats back in the day, they were a bit hush-hush about their elephant walks and stuff.
Oh, shit.
But I think we can bring it up and let everyone experience it. Is that time or 2 minutes? I don't know how this works. I've been busy standing next to Eddie Murphy. And yeah, he just goes there was a thing, he was like, I don't like no coupons. It's a coupon about chicken. That's what all I heard him say. Coupons about chicken or something. Because there was a whole festival of trying to the whole neighborhood is it's in Christmas, so decoration contest, and whoever wins, they get a coupon for chicken. And Eddie Murphy was like, yeah, I don't want no coupon about chicken. So that's my only impersonation of a black man I'll do. So I won't even try.
Did you violate your NDA right now, Tom?
I don't know.
Any dialogue from a...
You think this movie is not going to do that good. I mean, it's it'll go to Amazon.
Oh.
It's cool. There's at a Matrix house. Some Matrix people. Everyone was high on set. They had to fire people because they were just smoking too much. At this point, they have to treat extras like kids because we're there's 100 of us there just in a space, and then if they don't pay attention to us, we'll just start leaving. We'll hide. There's people that are their entire job is to just hide on set and then get paid by so it's cool. I'm going to talk more about that later, but it's time for me to go. I'm going to go and do things after. My name's Ryan. Thank you for letting me talk. Ryan.Bensnick on Instagram. Thank you. I love you. I'm going to bring up Sam. Nicely. Here, ladies and gentlemen and non-binaries, I will be bringing up the wonderful, powerful messaging that Sam brings through her mouth voice. Sam.
And thank you, Jesus Christ. I did that last time. I'm gonna keep doing it. Give me the light at 4 minutes. Woo! I think it's fine. How's everyone doing? That's cool. I get really nervous up here still, and people are like, oh my god, you seem so confident, you know what I mean? And it's the same as when I would tell people I have ADHD. They're like, oh my god, I knew that the moment that I met you. I'm an underground artist, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh my god, I told everybody that. It's also, dude, I'm just having a hard time. I'm just having a hard time with this comedy thing. I'm being so dead ass. It is exhausting.
It is.
Being so funny on and off stage. I need to save it. I need to save it because it's I waste it. like on this woman Eunice today. She walked up to me at Bath and Body Works. Okay, first of all, okay, fuck it, I'll talk about Bath and Body Works. I love it. Every day it's like I'm gonna quit, I'm not gonna quit. Like fucking me, like I'm a Bath and Body Works like little flower, and I'm like love me not. I don't know. But usually I stand outside the store as a greeter of sorts, you know, spraying room spray into them all with like no consent. Like I don't know, I just worry about the day that I see like a baby just start fucking choking, and I'm like, whatever, $18 an hour. No, I'm actually really pro baby and pro choice. Obviously, I'm just saying I'm also pro. Like when it's there, I'm chilling with it. Like I don't look at it and I'm like, ooh, should. Like, you know, I'm like, no, you're cool. But I wasn't outside the store today for like an hour because I actually told them, I was like, listen, I said it affects my mental health. I said it affects my mental health to be able to think that long with nothing to do. So this old man walks in and goes, Sam, you're not outside today. And I'm like, Evan, it's good. His name's Evan. I'm like, Evan, it's good to see you. He's like this tall and white. He looks like Shannon, but older and smaller. Shannon has piercing blue eyes and white hair. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Sexy. Funny. Let's talk about his okay, he's pretty fucking funny. But Evan also told me once I was like cold. This is another thing that happens to me a lot. Like old men asking me if I'm cold with no jacket on and like a BMI of 4. You know what I'm saying? Like they can keep themselves warm. And he's like, I don't have a jacket. He's like, ask one of your coworkers. I'm like, dude, like, can you just Evan, like, just keep going. Evan flow. And so then he comes back and he goes, you know what? Newspaper in your shoe. Crumple up some newspaper. Put it at the bottom of the shoe and keep you warm. And I was like, what did you survive? Like, when do you think we are right now? I don't know. I don't know how I haven't been fired. I don't know how I have not been fired. Because I will just yell into them all. Like, I don't know. I saw these twins from TikTok. I swear to God, I thought they were from Temple. And then they were speaking fluent Spanish, and I was like, no, that's the Martinez twins. And so they're like on FaceTime and like laying down on the fucking, at the Beverly Center. Like there's like one seating area. It looks like Kim Kardashian's house because it's like so, like you don't want to sit there. Like it looks like it looks like a drawing of a chair. A chair trying to be like, no, but I'm a chair. Like, I don't know. It's like, just, can I sit? But fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh no, Sunda, don't look at me. Yeah, I don't know. I've been dropping, popping, locking, hunting, left and right. Thank you so much. What could I end it on? Maybe thanking Sunda. Woo! You can clap. I'm saying clap. Sunda's gonna be leaving soon, and we'll gotta hold it together, guys. Hold it together. So let's give it up for the one and only Sunda Kroonbush. I'm gonna finish up the show. It's my first time on stage. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up another fabulous member of our team. It's so funny when you name us and it's like half the room. You're like Sam, Luke, Patty. You know what I mean? That guy, with Tommy outside. He's homeless. But he's home. He's home. Less than he's here. Home more. Like he's home more than here. Home more. Okay. I'm gonna bring up fucking Luke. Let's do it. I love you.
Thank you, Sam. God bless. Thank you very much. And thank you, Sunda. As Sam said. How's everybody doing? How are we doing tonight? Yay! Patty, thank you for acknowledging me and my my film debut, Cocaine Bear. They marketed it as being based on a true story, but it was a documentary actually about my birthday part, my 21st in WeHo. But we got a lot of bears tonight, a lot of bear representation. I love to see it. We got a bear there, we got a bear over here. Lenny's kind of a bear. I saw you guys on the respond to the mailing list, Care Bears. Anyway, but I'm doing swell. I'm exhausted though. Not to talk about my 9 to 5. Because what else do I have to talk about? I could talk about midget porn, but I don't think I will. I think it's been touched
I don't
upon.
think I will.
It's been touched upon.
A little bit.
But yeah, I'm exhausted because I work in the service industry, and that's no, it's not fun. It's not great. No, but what can you do? But I think that I end up in those jobs because I've got sort of this like very overly nice personality as it is, and like that does work well. Like I'm not like a fake nice. Like I'm the kind of nice where I dropped this box and it made like a huge loud noise on the floor. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, and I was the only one in the room. But so that kind of does lend well. But the thing is, my employers always look at me and they go, you know what, he kind of looks like a volunteer firefighter. Let's put him in charge. And I'm terrible at my job, so it's not a good thing. They put me in charge, but they have no idea because nobody pays attention, so I never get in trouble. And I don't know how to say no to the responsibility, so I just take it. And I'm terrible. Like, for example, with service itself, I do this thing that I like to call freestyling, where I kind of just make up the prices as I go, and cause everybody wants things for free, and again, I can't say no. I don't know how to say no to them. You know, they come in, they're like, "It's my birthday," or "I'm an old lady, I need free stuff," or "I'm a regular. Come on, I'm in here all the time." I hate regulars so much because you have to be nice to them, but you're like. You like memorize the way to serve them and like taking care of, but you have to pretend like you're their friend. Like you don't hate them, but I hate them. I can't. But yeah, so I end up giving people so much free stuff. When I was at the pizza shop in the white neighborhood, it was a lot of free ranch. But now I have a large community of homeless regulars, so I just end up giving out so much free coffee. And they come up and they're like, how much is the coffee? And I'm like, $4. And then they hand me 3 nickels and some pocket lint, and I say, you got me this time. You got me. Same time tomorrow. But actually, I'm also terrible when it comes to the cleaning process. And one of my homeless regulars complained to me today. She came up to me and she goes, "Your bathroom is disgusting. This is terrible for a restaurant. You need to clean it." And it made me feel bad because this is the same woman that I watch take shits in the alley every morning. So clearly my cleaning standards are not up to par with the street sweeping trucks that go by every morning. And I was a little bit disappointed to hear that. But I think what the worst part of it is the attitude I get, because person to person, outside of the job, I am very like overly nice and everything. But after like 3 customers, that just drops off of me. I'm like, I've heard you discuss whether you want almond milk or oat milk. Like back and forth for 5 minutes. Like I don't like. What do you want? They come up. I go, what do you want? You want some coffee? They're like, can I get some coffee? And I'm like, fine. What kind of milk? What is it? Can I have oat milk? I go, okay, sure. And it gets to the point. I see them walking through the door out the window, and I'm like already pacing back and forth. What do you want? And I normally I don't get in trouble because people don't pay attention a lot, but my boss happened to be there today, so I did get in a little bit of trouble. Because that's all it took. This woman came through the door. All she did was walk through the door, and I shot her in the face. Anyway, that's my time. Thank you very much. You can find me on Instagram at Luke_Andy, ANDY. And you can find me here as well, partying up. Bring it up for Sam. Thank you very much. Actually, I'll just introduce our closer, Monica. Our wonderful intern, an amazing friend. Come on up.
Yeah, thank you guys for staying till the end. I know it's like I I know it's like really gross outside, it's been raining, and there's truly nothing more abhorrent in this world than a wet sock. The kids in my elementary school, we used to call each other wet socks as slurs. We went one step above. If you were like especially an asshole, they called you a wet Cheeto. I know. I've been doing a lot of research about farmers recently. There are about 2 million farmers in the United States. There are about 300,000 people who help out those farmers. They're called pharmacists. Farmers is also the name of an insurance company, and my uncle used to work there way back in the day. So he was like the original farmers marketer. Being a farmer is like, it's a very hard job because for all of your crops, right, you're their parent and their legal guardian. But the name farmer, right, the title farmer, it sounds so boring. Like, I feel like farmers should get a much cooler job title, like plant sex worker. Yeah, clap for plant sex workers. Really put the whore in horticulture. And so, in thinking of that, I did a lot of research about plant sex, and I wanted to share with you some of my findings.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, the vast majority of plants are called monoecious, which means that within the plant there is both sperm and eggs being made in there, kind of like IHOP.
That took me a second.
Only about 5 to 6% of plants are dioecious, which means they're distinctive male and female plants. The most common dioecious plant is cannabis, marijuana, which is why gender binary can make some people feel headaches, nausea, and nightmares about a duck named Carl. I don't know. That's what happens when I smoke. That's why I don't really smoke. Fucking Carl. Anyway. Yeah, so basically if a daisy or something wants to literally go fuck itself, the first step in doing so is called pollination. Pollination is the process of moving pollen from the male sex organ of a flower, called a stamen, to the female sex organ of the flower, called a pistil. And pollen is what contains the sperm, right? It's from the male sex organ. So if you have a pollen allergy, you know, if pollen makes you itchy or fatigued or stuffy, then chances are you might be a lesbian. You know, that process, pollination, it's going to be very difficult. Some plants are able to do it by themselves, which is like go off, I guess. Other plants need a wing woman, and by a wing woman, I mean bees. All worker bees are pollinators. All worker bees are female too, but they only get about half as much honey as the male bees do. And so bees have the job of moving the pollen from the stamen to the ovary. Ovaries where, you know, all the eggs are, kind of like the opposite of any grocery store in LA. My roommate the other day was like, God, Trader Joe's is so expensive. I need to start freezing my eggs. I'm like, you are way too young for that. You know, once the sperm meets the egg, it fertilizes and it becomes a fruit. An animal might eat that fruit, and then when it shits out the seeds, and then from that seeds a new plant emerges. It's a lot like the eggs that you ate, if you shat them in the toilet and then a new chicken was born in the pipes. It's kind of like that, basically. Which just kind of goes to show that everything in this world comes from shit. I'll leave y'all with that. I have so much more information to tell you, but fortunately we don't have time. So thank you so much. My name is Monica. Thanks for listening to my plant sex jokes, and have a great rest of your evening. And you can find me on Instagram at Monica_nerd_. Thank you. And it's spelled with a K.
Monica is spelled with a K. Yes, it is. I love the plant sex.
I told you, and that's real, by the way. That's the beauty of comedy, is that you also get a lot of information, and so you should know that she's a scientist. That's right. I'm not just blowing her up because she goes to Duke and that she's our scholar in residence.
Yeah.
But we treat her kind of nicely, don't you think?
Yeah.
As it should.
Well, now comes the time that I gotta say A or nay. I'm gonna ask, is there a chance we can get this lady up here? Oh, we're still recording.
Yeah, we got it.
Wow, I feel like I've been here for hours. Because I've been here for hours. Like, from 8 in the morning till now can make you feel like hours. And you could tell that the guy that rented didn't know it was me with makeup on. Because they're like, auditions are around. Oh. It's like, no, I went like this, I go, key. Okay, because you're supposed to be gone at 2. And if yeah, I'm wrapping up. So, do we or don't we? Okay, guys, so listen, if people tell you you're funny, you probably are, but you won't know until you make it from the page to the stage. My name is Sundar Krunquist, and I'm here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and if I'm not here, somebody will be here. We're open 365 days a year. Did I say that? Yes, I may not be here Yom Kippur, but there will be somebody here. I'll have the Shabbos Goy here for that. Podcasting, comedy, improv, you name it, we've got it. Kids, teens, adults. And again, we're right here, 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard, and this is a wrap, and this is a wrap, and this is a wrap. All right, just when you thought it was over, there's more. Let's give it up for the